this. So let's start in first position. And remember, when you're standing at the bar, you want to feel the turn up from your hips. So if you lift up your foot and rotate it before you put it on the floor, that is where all your natural rotation's coming from. And just squeeze your butt for the next hour. Standing nice and tall, we're going to breathe, inhale and exhale. We're going to bring our arm to first and leave it in second. This is your demi-plie 1, demi-plie 2. When you go into grand plie, the heels will come off the floor, and then we'll press those heels down right away. From there, you're going to do a forward bend, and let's just stay here and stretch. I'm still pretty stiff from laying in bed last week, so we'll relax our head. And when you come up, your arm is going to come up above your head just like this, and you'll open everything into second. Repeat 2 smaller plies, and then the grand plie is going to keep the heels down while in second. When you recover, your arm is going to come up like this, and then you're going to hinge over and stretch your waist and hold it. Recovering, the arm floats back to second. We point the toe, and we're going to place it into third position. You're going to do it one more time. 2 little plies, followed by the one where your heels come off the floor, grand plie. And then you bring your arm down. You're going to bring it all the way up. You want to look towards your arm, and this is the upper back bend. If I turn sideways for my camera, it's easy for my zooms to see me. You want to be as straight as possible, and you want to just bend at the upper back, usually kind of where your bra strap will go, instead of bending down here, because that can cause any back pain. That looks gorgeous. When you're done, we're just going to bring our foot right up to our retiré position. It's like tree pose, but you just point your toe under your knee. And then we can maybe take our hand off or not. It depends on you today. Yes. All right, everyone. So in the studio, we're going to put everyone with their left hand on the bar. And then if you need to see me better, we could always adjust a little bit on the spaces. We have lots of room. All right, here we go. Prepare the arm. And plie, stretch again. All the way down, heels off, heels down. Forward bend, stay here, relax your head. Coming up with your arm above your head, then open to second. Small bend, stretch, bend, stretch, grand plie, heels are down, coming up, side bend, look down at the floor and hold. Recover, arm floats, slide the foot in front. Last time, guys, and stretch, bend, stretch, grand plie, heels off, heels down. You bring the arm down, then up. Look towards your arm. Just the upper body. Good. Recover. You're going to pick up your front foot. You're going to place it under your kneecap. Get your knee to the side. And then if you're not ready, don't take your hand off. Just worry about the position today. And the little thing we're going to do here is bring your baby toe right under your kneecap. And don't worry about balancing. But you can bring this hand in front of your tummy like that. Just. That's it. Going for bring your foot in front. Oh, so you're going to think about a little bit more here. Yeah. I mean, it could go to the side too. It's not wrong. If anyone's still bouncing, I'll come check you out. Awesome. We're going to move your baby toe and just put a little bit more in front. Yeah. Good job. Go for it and collapse if you haven't already. I try to be as fast as I can on those last balances, but I end up adjusting. Woo! So yeah, let's talk about that position, because this is a position we do all the time. So your foot can basically kind of go anywhere, but the place I want you to think about today is in front of your leg. So if you look at your kneecap, there's kind of like a little groove at the bottom. And if you lightly put your baby toe right there, that is a really nice spot to live. And that way, if you lightly put your baby toe there, you can focus on getting more turnout without having it kind of floating or fully relaxing on the leg. And then other little details, the hip. So I'm going to come and check this on the second side a little bit more because this is something that happens a lot. You want both your hip bones on the same level. So as you're standing, right, see how they're on the same level? You have to almost think about pushing your hip down if it comes up, if that makes sense. Because if it's on the same level with a lot of practice, it will help you with your balance. Keyword, a lot of practice. Yes, good job. One small thing I want to quickly help with the plies is be careful of two things. I think you were only tucking because you were stretching, right? Did you notice that you were tucking on your first plie? Was that on purpose? Yeah, I felt like you were probably just stretching it. Yeah, because I've never noticed that before. But we want to be careful of either tucking or sticking out. We want to be somewhere just in the middle, which is our neutral position. So if you want to just do a demi plie, I can come help everybody. Starting with my first lovely dancer here, just a demi plie. Yeah, just like this. Any direction. You can hold on the bar if you want and just do a plie. That's it. Awesome. Awesome. And yeah, just thinking about keeping the booty in just a tiny, tiny bit here. We're going to definitely be able to bring the booty on this guy. Oh, there you go. Awesome. And if you want to see it from the side, just want to be careful of you probably do a lot of squats. Yeah, totally. It's all the squatters that we have to usually bring them into neutral. Try to think a little bit bum out for you. Yeah, totally. Awesome. Awesome. Everyone is different, which makes my job fun. That looks great. And yeah, that looks better. And that looks lovely as well. If anyone's on Zoom and want to turn sideways, I could take a look at you too. So just making sure we're not sticking it out like a squat, but that we're not crunching it underneath either. Somewhere just in the middle. So sometimes if you stick it out and you tuck it, then it's easy to find the spot in the middle. Yeah, that looks really good. Good job, everybody. Woo, awesome. Let's do it again on the second side. So prepare your arms and plie, stretch again. All the way down, heels off, heels down. We're going to fold over, stay here for a second, coming up with the arm, open to second position, and plie. The knees should be in line with your big toes and grand, heels down, coming up. Side bend, hold it for a moment. Then arm open and slide the foot in front again and stretch. Bend, good. Grand plie, heels off. Heels down. You're going to bring your arm down, then up. Look towards that arm. Look for back. That's it. Recover. If it helps, put your hand on your hip to remind you to keep it still as the leg comes up. Yeah. And then look at your foot. The baby toe should be under your knee. Yeah, that looks good. Now, eventually, this arm will go in front of your stomach like this. And maybe one day the other one. Good job. Just breathe. And remember, look straight. Don't look down. Don't ever look down. And I'm going to give you a little tip to help you balance. So while you're here, just shift like that. And now take your hand off. Yeah, so as you fall that way, just shift a little bit more this way and try. I got you. I got you. Good job. And I'll share because that's going to be everyone's next goal. It's a really silly thing. I call it the shift and lift. And basically, you need to shift your pelvis over the leg you're standing on. So for example, if I do not do that, I'm going to fall this way every single time. But if I bring my pelvis over my standing leg, then I am literally on my leg. Now, the reason why we want to lift is because you don't want to lean like this, because then you're going to fall this way. So I shift, but then I lift through my body to then find my balance. Yes, I know, it's magical, and it will help you with every position on one leg. It doesn't matter if your leg is here or there. If you're there, you are going to be golden. And then this is for everybody. This is so common. We tend to look at the floor just because, I don't know, the floor is super exciting, but we kind of go as you go forward. So if you think about having your eyes just straight, if you don't like looking at yourself in the mirror, I usually look at my forehead or my butt. So that way my chin is still up without going down here. Or because if you go too high, then you'll probably go that way too. So yeah, some little tricks that will always help. And I'll talk about this all the time. You have to memorize any of this stuff. Woo. So far, so good, dancers. We're going to move into tendus next. So tendu is that whole exercise where your outside foot is sliding across the floor. I'm going to keep my arm in second position, and we're going to go front, turn it in, turn it out, and close. Then to the side, out, turn in, turn out, and close. Repeat to the back, turn in, turn out, and close, and then again to the side. This is just to wake up your rotators in your hip socket. Then we'll do 2 tendus in each direction. So slide it out and slide it in, repeat, then 2 to the side. I'm going to quickly just let Sarah get in on another device. I got you. Boom. I see you. 2 here, and then sliding 2 to the back and 2 to the side. So noticing you want to keep your legs super duper straight the entire time, and you want to always have the foot in contact with the floor. And it's more than just sliding your foot. You're actually like bending your toes on the way out, and you bend your toes on the way in. We call this the articulation of the foot. And this technique is applied to everything in dance. So once you get your tendu down, you could apply it to jumps and kicks and stuff. Yeah. So after all of that, there'll be a balance, and it's a surprise. Don't worry. It's not going to be a mean surprise. I promise. So let's all face that first side, left hand on the bar. Arm to second. We go front, turn in, turn out, and close. Now to the side. Turn in, turn out, and close. Back. Turn in, turn out, close, side. Turn in, now 2 tendus front and in. One more, then the side. Slide out and in. One more, to the back. One more, that's it. To the side, out. One more. So the balance is up on your tippy toes. And while you're up here, kick it as high as you can in your 6-inch heels, unless your ankle hurts. That's the exception. And then I'm going to quickly just start my way around here. Beautiful. Just relax your shoulders. You got it, babe. Yes. Nice work. Can I get a little bit more turnout? Oh, good job, sweetheart. I'm coming. And just think, if you can, put more weight on your big toes. Those shakes. Nice work. Relax your shoulders too. And rest. It took me a whole song to get around. Woo, amazing. So this position might some of you already know that we're working on, because the chaînés are happening today. So this position, there's 2 things, right? You want to get as high as you can, unless you have an injury. Because unfortunately, there's only 6-inch heels in a releve opposed to 4 inches. I don't make these rules up. They're just the rule. We want a little bit more turnout. Always. So squeeze your bum muscles. And this is actually a safety consideration. Always think about having your weight on your big toes opposed to falling on your baby toes, because this is how you can roll an ankle, right? So if we keep our weight forward, with a lot of practice, it'll be a stronger position. It's going to feel awkward at first, but it will make life great. Woo! All right, guys, I loved your beautiful tendus in each direction. I'm going to add one more detail if you're ready. It is what body part goes first. So when you go to the front, you want to lead with your ankle. Yeah, because I'm always turned out. So I lead with my ankle, and then I slide back with my toes, leading back. When I go to the back, it's the opposite. I lead with my toes, but then my heel is going to come forward. So I'm always turned out. Otherwise, this stuff can happen. When you go to the side, you should look at this beautiful V shape you're creating with your feet, and you can continue the diagonal. Because if you go a little bit on the diagonal, it's going to be easier to keep your hips still when you lift your leg higher. So it all starts down there. Yeah. If you're ready, apply it. If not, next time. Here we go. Prepare your arm. We go. Front, turn in, turn out, close to the side. Turn in, turn out, close. Back, turn in, turn out, close, then to the side. Now, two tendu front, heel forward and toes back. Bend the side on a diagonal, in, out, and in. Lead with the toes, then the heel. Yeah. Two to the side on your angle. Good job, everyone. We're going to rise up as high as we can on our tippy toes. We're turned out, our weight's over the big toes, and we're relaxing our shoulders. Beautiful balances, you guys. Whenever you're done, you may fall down. And maybe quickly stretch something or have some water. I need water. Really good turnout on those tendus. And the cool thing is everything we do on the tendu just eventually just graduates off the floor, which is happening next. So these are going to be your baby kicks, dégagés, or battement jeté, or battement glissé. It depends who's teaching you, but they're all kicks. So your tendu slides off the floor. Just take a couple inches and then point it and close it. Let's do 3 of them. So 3 point closes. And after you do 3, you get to have a little release and do a plie. Then you repeat en croix. So you go to the side. And remember, now I'm always going on my diagonal because that way my hips are going to stay nice and still. 3 with a plie, 3 to the back. You get the idea. It's just 3. And then a plie, and then 3 more to the side. I'm going to be really nice. We're going to have no balance. So what happens when there's no balance? You just bring your arms down and go, yay, no balance. The smell's optional. Yeah, let's give it a go, babes. First side. So left hand on the bar. Let's see, which one should we do? Let's do this one. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. I kept thinking the introduction was going to have a few more counts, but it was short intro. And we go. Kick, point, close, kick, more. Then you plie right here. Side, point, close, out, 1 more. Plie right there. Now we go back, point, close, back, 1 more. Plie to the side, out, point, close, out, 1 more. Then when you plie, bring your arms down and go, yay! Awesome, gorgeous. That was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be, but that is okay because everything is eventually going to get faster when you graduate through all the levels. What I loved was I was hearing the swishing sound, and if you did not hear it through the music, it's all about that sliding on the way out and sliding on the way in. So that's something you always want to focus on. When it gets faster, sometimes we kind of go like this. So as long as you go point into the slide, you are totally rocking your dégagé. Keep the legs nice and low, especially if you weren't in the last class and you're not warm yet. This is why we always do lower ones before the big ones, just so you don't hurt yourself. Also, we're not doing glissades right now, but they will be back in January, and your glissades look like this. They don't look like, like that. So you want to practice the little baby guys for your little baby jumps. Yes. All right. Let's do it. Second side. Ready? Here we go. Front, point, close. Front, 1 more. Then you bend your knees right here. Yeah. Side, point, close. Side, 1 more. Plie. Now we go. Back, point, close. One more. Yay. The side. Out, point, close. One more. Then you bring yay. And we bring the arms down and go, ta-da! It's all about faking it till you make it. Yes, awesome. So I'm just gonna quickly just go cough into a napkin. I'm not contagious, I swear. It's just that really sexy phase. Amazing. Those were gorgeous, guys. Let's move into our rond de jambes next. So rond de jambe translates to circle of the leg. And this is the rond de jambe we do on the ground at terre. So basically, I've already talked about this. They're going to be rocking it. When you do a rond de jambe devant, you want to lead with your ankle. You slide it forward like a tendu. You want to keep showing off your ankle as you go to the side. So squeeze your glutes. And then you're going to keep squeezing your bum as you go to the back. And you want your heel to come forward as you slide through. So do it again. Front, side, back, and close. After 2, you go the other way, leading with the toes. Then you want to show off your ankle as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm using the force. Yes. Then you show off your ankle to the front, and then the toes slide back in. That's it. You'll do 2 sets just like that. At the very end, we're going to point our toe to the back. You're going to lift it just slightly off the floor. And of course, don't bounce if you're not ready, but we're going to feel this position called arabesque. If you're ready, you can reach these fingers to the side, and eventually this hand can come off the bar and reach forward like that. Yes, and we can talk about that when we get there if you need help. Yes, awesome. So far, so good. Look at that shift and lift. It's happening. Woo. Here we go, babes. Let's see here. This one. Oh, yeah, turn around. Turn around, turn around. There we go. I got you. So this is front, side, back, closing first. Again, heel forward, turn it out, back. Now the other way. It goes back, carry side, yeah. To the front, slide it in. One more time, back, rotate that leg, and front, and close. Now point your toe to the back, lift it off the floor, and stretch your back knee a little bit more if you can. I'm going to take a look at my friends online first. Yeah, that looks really good. And I'm going to do my favorite thing, which is called tickle, tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Yes, that's it. Good. This is nice and straight. So now if you can point this toe a tiny bit unless that hurts. Good job. Tickle, 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 tickle. Oh, I'm going to do a small thing to help you hold on the bar. Just think about this hip staying level, and that will help you balance. Good job. I'm coming. You're going to get a little tickle, tickle here. Tickle, 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 tickle. Awesome. And chill. Fabulous. And don't worry, this tickle, tickle happens to everybody. It happened to everyone in the level 2 class this morning. And see, I didn't have to tickle you this time. She got it. She got it. Her leg was straight. And yeah, sometimes we can't see our leg. So how do we know if it's straight, right? If you think about the muscle that does the extensor of the knee joint, which is your quadriceps, if you feel this muscle engaging, you are probably straight. If it feels like it's kind of relaxed, then it means it has probably just a little bit to go. And it's usually just like 2%. We're like so close. Just to get there. Awesome. I love it. Your rond de jambes were beautiful, you guys. I was going to make it a little bit louder because I have the heat blowing in the studio. One of those quieter songs. So let's just turn it up a tiny bit. Boom. All right. Here we go. Second side, dancers. Prepare your arm. Here we go. Show off your ankle. Front. Carry side, all the way back, heel comes forward. Again, front and side, back, and close. Other way, back. Really turn out the leg immediately. Yes, front. Toes lead the way. One more time, back and side and front and close. Bring it to the back, stretch your knees, lift it up just a little bit. And then if you want to balance, you reach these hands to the side. This hand, put it in front of your nose because then you can look at it. Don't look down. Don't ever look down here, I'll help. So when you bring your hand in front of your face, you can look at it, sweetie. Gorgeous. And lift up your chin a little bit. Beautiful. Let's bring it a little bit lower. There you go. Awesome. Come in. That's really just going to rotate outwards a little bit more. Oh. Bring your leg a little bit more behind you, so squeeze your butt. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. And if you collapse, that's okay. Relax. Some really nice things to stretch could be your back. So if you want to even just fold over, that gives you a really nice release in your lower back. If you're really feeling your glute muscles working because you're turning out really hard, you can cross one leg over like this and kind of pretend you're sitting on a chair. The figure 4 is your friend. Awesome work, dancers. So now we're hopefully getting pretty warmed up. This next exercise will definitely do the trick if you're not there yet. It's the fondue. Time to melt. So this is a coordination exercise, first and foremost, for those who are still learning. The placement of the foot is at the ankle. This is called coup de pied, and en français, it just means the neck of the foot. So if you think about touching the ankle bone with your baby toe, every time you bend your knees, you are rocking it. So I'm going to start here, then I'm going to stretch both legs as one goes to the front. I'm going to bend and touch the ankle bone, and then I'm going to stretch to the side. Now, when I go to the back, think about your big toe touching your ankle bone if you want. Then go to the back, and then you're going to go touch and bend, repeat to the side. And we're going to do the 2 sets because 2 sets are just good for practice. Bending and stretching is the first coordination. The other coordination is for the students who are ready. We're talking about this in the level 2 class. It's about stretching both legs together. Bending in is easy. It's the going out that's a little bit harder. So you'll notice this leg has further to go, so it moves a little bit faster. This one doesn't really go anywhere, so it's going to go a little bit slower, and it kind of makes your brain go like, to think about it, which is fun. 2 sets, hold the last one here, which no one's going to like, but it's good for us. Yeah. Awesome. Let's melt, babes. Which song should we melt to? Wait. Oh, there it is. I'm like, how come I can't see it? Because it's already highlighted. Ready? Okay. This is bend, 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 stretch, stretch. Coming in, bend and touch. Oh, turn around, sweetheart. And bend, bend, stretch, back. Bend, 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 stretch, side again. So in front of your ankle, stretch front, bend and touch, stretch side, and bend behind the ankle, stretch back, and bend, stretch side and hold. Now watch out, your hip is lifting. You're going to bring this hip down and lift from here. Good job. We're going to start on this side. We're going to get a little bit more turnout. Oh, there you go. Hold it. Turn out your standing leg if you can a little bit more. Awesome, awesome. Good job. I know you're tired. Bring your hip down, kind of like this. I want to imagine you're reaching your leg out. I'll share that with the class. We're going to go a little bit on a diagonal, and then you can turn out. Try to keep your hips square. This is the hard part. Hips are square, but then the leg turns out. I know, it's super hard. It's okay. You relax. I will get you on the other side. This is a hard position, right? Like I wasn't joking. It's going to suck, but it's good for us. So first things, the exact positions. Remember how we talked about the V and the diagonal? Was that Gabby's sneeze? That was really cute. Going on your diagonal, because if you go too much to the side, your leg is going to turn in and your hip's going to lift. So you want to go a little bit on that diagonal to get more rotation in the leg. That's always the goal, more turnout. Once you've got that, that's so much better but I'll share what was telling her, the hip lift. Remember how we talked about this? It is exactly the same thing here. So if you want to put your hand on your hip, point your toe and try to keep your hip on the same plane. That will eventually help you with your balance when there's no hand on the bar. Oh, look how good that looks. And what I was helping here was the tricky part is your hip bones have to face straight while the leg does all the turnout. What's going to happen very often is you're going to start twisting towards your leg because you're turning it out, but you have to go, no, got to keep my hips square, which is super fun. That looks so good. Rock star. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Amazing. Let's do it all on the second side. Ready? Sure. Bend, bend, bend. Stretch, stretch. And touch your ankle. Extend on the angle. Bend, bend, bend. Stretch to the back. Bend and touch to the diagonal. Repeat. In front of your ankle. Extend. Good job. Bend and touch to the diagonal. Bend and touch. Stretch back. And bend. And now here's your diagonal. Find it first. Rotate your leg. Try to keep your hips square. Oh, good job. And I promise I'll do you first. I'm going to go a little bit more here. Oh, yeah. I'll be gentle. Good job. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can. Good job, honey. And a little bit more to the side. No, finding your diagonal is going to be unique for everybody. Yeah, good job. Come in. Good job, good job, good job. Beautiful. That looks great. I know, right? Hashtag ballet so hard. Release and stretch anything you want. The worst exercise is done. At least I think that's the worst exercise. Other people think the next one is. Yeah, that's why it's called the ballet booty. So we're going to do our frappe exercise next. Let's just do it to the side today because I think it's the easy one. So your preparation is you're going to tendu to the side. You're going to flex your foot. And now it's your heel touching your ankle bone. So frappe means to strike. So you want to touch the floor. You're going to slide out till you point it and you flex it and bring it in. Now, if you want to do the striking motion, imagine a match and you're trying to spark a flame with your foot. I don't care about you making a sound today. Even if you just make contact and slide, that is going to really help you with your coordination and all the fancy footwork that we do in the future. Woo! So 8 of them. Good news. We already did this balance, so we will not do it again. So you can close it and smile. Yeah. See, now we're getting the smiles though. So it's working. Yes, you're right, sweetheart. Turn around. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Yeah. Don't worry, I got you. Let's see here. Let's try the song. Out and in. Dig, point, flex, touch, slide, flex, in, touch, slide, flex. Keep going. 4 more. Touch, slide, flex, in, 3, and 2. 1 more. It's weird, right? It's a very weird exercise. Close it in when you're done. Ah. Awesome. Things were happening though. So yeah, why do we do frappes? This is usually the question I get all the time. It is a foot coordination exercise to help you for some really fancy jumps that you'll do one day. But yeah, you're all doing the right things. You're all making contact and you're sliding. And that is basically what you need to be learning in this exercise, is using your toes to kind of like sweep the floor. Now, some little details to help everybody. This is for my lovely dancer right here. Try not to go too high with your leg. Try to keep it pretty close to the floor. You know how you say like, no? It's like, you know, when your dog's, he's being an angel right now, but you're like, no. Opposed to, because we won't have time when it gets faster. So keep it low. Also, the placement of the heel, keep it at the ankle. If it goes any higher, you might not hit the floor because you're missing your chance. So if you keep it right at the ankle bone, it should increase your success rate. Now, it's all about pressure into the floor. And this is something that does take a long time to understand. And don't worry, I didn't get this for the longest time either when I was learning. But when you put your toes in the floor, you want to imagine you're like digging a hole and you're pushing your toes through the sand. Push. It's the same when you do a tendu. I didn't talk about that today, but I usually push out and I pull on the way in. I'm always digging a hole into the ground with my shoes. That's usually why you get holes in your socks or shoes in ballet. You want the holes. You totally do. It's the same with a kick. I'm using my feet to push, and then I'm sliding in with my feet. So when you get that technique of pushing with the foot, that's going to help you with the jumps. Yeah, super weird. It's only for ballet. Let's do it on the second side. That's a really fast intro, hey? Woo! You never be ready for it. Let's go. And out, in, touch, point, flex, in, big, point, flex, in. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's do 4 more. Touch, slide, flex, in, 3. Last one. Yeah, good job. And we close it in and go, it's done. We did it. We did it. Amazing dancers. Let's quickly do our big kicks. I'm going to save adage for later, and that is only if we have time. So yay. If you can tell, adage is not my favorite. So we'll see if there's time for later. Whoop, whoop. So these are your big kicks. Your big kick can still be small. That's totally cool. It's exactly like the little ones. You slide out, you point, and you slide in. We're going to do 2 to the front. You're then going to do 2 to the side. Now, this is where the diagonal is super important. Otherwise, you're going to look like Gizmo when he goes for his walk later. Right? So if you go a little bit on your diagonal, the hips are level. And if you imagine there was no bar, that is how you don't fall one day. We're going to do 2 to the back and then 2 to the side. Super, super easy. There's one bounce we have not done yet today. That is with our leg to the front. So let's all bring our foot to our knee like we did very long time ago in the beginning of class. Extend the foot to the front and you're going to hold it there. The balance is up to you. The best way to remember how to do a développé to the front is put your hand on your knee to remind you to keep your knee to the side. You want your ankle to lead the direction forward. And that is how, when you stretch your leg, you can see your inner thigh. If you don't do that, you're going to lead with your knee and then you only see the top of your thigh. Yeah. And I'll help you find your turnout. Don't you worry. Gorgeous. Just like that. All right, babes, let's do some big kicks to celebrate the end of the bar. Ready? Okay. Front, point, close. Again. On your angle. Ooh. And the back. One more. And the side. One more. Awesome. Now bring your foot to your knee. Knee to the side. Lead with the ankle to the front. And hold it there. Checking out my friends on Zoom. That looks really good. Looking really good in the studio too. And always think, yeah, in front of your hip is a good spot. Good job. Not yet. Keep the knees nice and straight. And for this one, think when you put in front of your hip. Yeah, and then you're directly in front. Got it? Good job. Think about bringing your weight just a little bit forward. We'll lift it up. Awesome. Gorgeous. And rest. Yeah, it's so really helpful for anyone who's trying to find their placement. Just think, have your leg in front of your hip bone, and then you should be fine. Otherwise, we don't want to overcross it or overextend to the side. Oh, Gizmo. No. Yeah, he's like, I got him. Nice kicks, everybody. Let's do quickly the second side, and then we can have all the fun in the center. Ready? Front. Up. So now bring your foot to your knee, to the side, lead with the foot, and bring your foot in front of your hip bone. Stretch your legs. Good job. And when you're done, there's Karina. Lower down and relax. Hey! I'm gonna put on some chill music for transition time if you want to stretch and stuff. Really great job at the bar. Woo. You're good. I'm just gonna sneak this guy here. And due to technical difficulties, I started a few minutes late. Is anyone okay if I go over by a few minutes today? If you have parking and stuff, I'll keep an eye on the clock and let you know. Same for my friends at home. If you're able to stay for a few extra minutes, cool. If not, we'll keep an eye on the clock for you too. I'm glad you have to bring the second device so you can hear me. Poor thing. I know. The hardest thing when you get new tech is to reset up all your settings. I know. Totally. My laptop battery died a few weeks ago, and I had to use my husband's old Mac. And I couldn't actually go on a Zoom call because it was so outdated. You know, whatevs. While you guys are stretching, I might just run to the washroom. All right, babes. Looks like everyone's getting ready on Zoom for the center practice. We're going to do a couple little jumps here before we go into our chaîné turns. Let's see here. What do we got here for jumps? This one. That should work just fine. So as always, you don't have to jump if you don't want to. You can always stick to just doing plies, and that's okay too. Hands are on your hips unless you know what to do with your arms. We're going to do 4 plies to get excited. And then I'll say jumping optional. For those who are jumping, they're little sautés, always landing on bent knees. That's goal number 1. Always plie. Plie is your best friend. If you're ready to add your feet, you want to push off with your feet and roll through your feet. So it looks like this, opposed to, that makes it sound a little bit quieter. Let's try it in second position. We'll do 4 plies and then 4 optional little jumps if you want to do them. Yeah, just like kind of like jump squats, if you will. Yes. So I know you're probably tired because we've been working on our turnout the whole class, but this is where it's so important, where you keep squeezing your bum because your knees need to go in line with your toes. If you don't and your knees fall forward, that is where you can totally hurt yourself. So just make a bigger plie, a bigger diamond more than ever. And it looks good too. Yeah, awesome. Let's see how it goes. Ready? 4. Jump. No. 4. 1. And 4. 8. Everybody, that's really hard to do. And yeah, once you got that, it just makes everything sound so nice and quiet. Yeah. Let's do one more. This is called échappé, sauté, enchangé, but I call them fancy jumping jacks. So you're going to put your right foot in front, and without the jump, we're going to plie into second, and then you're going to put this foot behind you into third when you come in. So you're going to practice going out to second and then put it back in front. So it keeps changing, hence the word fancy jumping jack. We're going to do that 4 times so you can practice where your foot goes. When we start jumping, literally like a jumping jack, your feet are going to go out together to the side. But when you come back in, you're switching what foot's in front. Yeah. So out and then put it in front. Yeah. Out and change. I know. We will go super slow for good reason. Yes. Sounds good. Let's see what happens. Let's try the song. Second, in, second, in, front, out, and get one more, maybe, page, out, page, last one, out of the end. It's kind of as fancy as we get for jumps. I'm going to save the pas de chat for another day because I know you want to work on your chaîné turns, Avi. So let's make our way to the back of the room and I'll show you all the options. And Gizmo's going to hopefully stay where he is so we don't step on him. Misty, just one more exercise, Giz. I'm going to quickly help anyone on Zoom in a second. It's just easier for my friends to see me here. So chaîné turn. For those of you who haven't heard my explanation, it's kind of fun. You're in first position and you're either a mermaid or a penguin, which means you are squeezing your legs together like this. So you want to stay in first position. The first goal is getting your coordination, putting your weight on one foot and the other while doing half turns. So your first half turn, your weight's on your right foot. You turn to face the painting. Then you put your weight on your left foot and you keep turning towards the Christmas tree to face the window. So that's goal 1. Half turn, across the floor you go. Once you've got your coordination, you have to do something called spotting. And it means you're looking at where you're going the entire time. So this is why we go towards the mirror. You're going to look at yourself in the mirror if you can. Keep looking on the first one. And then the second one, you want to look for yourself right away. So you go, look and look. And that's how we go in a straight line without hopefully crashing into each other. Yes. So notice I'm keeping my heels down. That is just to help you with your balance. But eventually, it's got to happen up here, which is a whole other can of worms. Slow is really hard. But if you can do this slow, you could eventually do this faster. And that's what it would look like. Yeah. I'm putting my hands on my hips today, but they do eventually go in first position. Another nice option is to put your hands on your shoulders because we forget to use our back when we turn. So if you think about your shoulders helping you as you turn, then you won't kind of get left behind as you move around space. I just talked a lot. Choose whatever adventure makes sense for you. My friends at home, just in case you need to see me, I'm going to do the same thing for you guys. So I'm looking at where I'm going. I'm putting my weight on one foot, and then I switch as I continuously travel in one direction. Eventually, you're up here as you go. Yeah. Now, for anyone on Zoom, I'm going to watch you guys after. So if you need help, I'll be there. Oh, yeah, don't turn. If you're nauseous, don't do it. Yeah, for sure. If turning is going to make you go bleh, or you got vertigo or anything, it's okay. You don't have to turn. You can just practice your balance if you want. Thanks for the heads up. All right, guys, I'm going to help in studio first. Let's try. Oh, yeah, Charlie Brown Christmas. Ready? So slow or fast. Look at where you're going. That's a good job. Keep the eye on the mirror. Yeah, keep looking over here. Job. It's hard work. Oh. I don't know what he saw, but he was very excited. Guys, put your hands here and take a short little break. Who wants to show me at home? I'll count you in. 6, 7, 8. Nice, Karina. Awesome. And rest. Good job. Those are beautiful. We're going to make our way back to this side so we can go the other way. So now we're going to start by facing the painting. And if you got to get your coordination, put your weight on your left foot first and do that first half turn here. Then put your weight on the right foot and keep turning towards the back wall, right? And then you want to eventually look and you want to keep your focus like super straight. Otherwise, if we lose our head, that's when you get really dizzy. Yes, Mom, I got to hold you. Okay. Oh. Yes, people go for a little walk after. My submissive little baby. All right, let's try it. Ready? So slow or fast. Turning towards the mirror. That's a good job. Nice balance. It's hard to do so, hey? Ooh, good job. Remember, don't look at the mirror, just look at your forehead. That's it. Good job. This one's a really hard turn because you have no choice but to get dizzy, right? I know to remember, do this. It works. Is anyone that wants to try it home? Go for it. Yes. Awesome. Very good. Good job, guys. So good. Yeah, Shen is right. It's like I was talking about in the last class that you probably watched the girls do it across the floor. It's kind of like having a lot of drinks if you're not spotting, because then the rooms will start spinning. So always stop before. Totally. So it's a good time. I'm going to give you a special exercise. It's coming to the center here for a second. This is an exercise just to help you with your spot. So I would say if you're kind of watching like a show right now, and you want to not miss any seconds, watch your show like this. So you're going to look at your TV show or just right now at yourself in the mirror, leave your head for as long as you can. And the last second, you look for it. Oh, so it's all about leaving it and then whipping it. And then eventually you just start going faster and faster. And this will help you with every single turn. And yes, this. What also helps is going the other way. So you leave your head there and then whoop it right away. And that's what it's all about, for sure. Good job, guys. As props, I'm going to go over just by an extra minute here. If you want to stay, I'm just going to do some arms because we spend so much time on everything but our arms in level 1. So starting in first position, you're just going to do a little breath. So when you breathe, you want to push the water with your hands, and then you want to drag your fingers in the water. That is so beautiful. And noticing that I am totally kind of stretching my fingers as they come in, and then they curl back in. What you don't want to do is this, floppy wrist. So if you keep your wrists long, your fingers can extend and come back in. So beautiful. So that's one breath. You're going to focus on a beautiful round shape in front of you. This is called first position. Let's tuck in our thumbs. Yes. And if you think about with your thumbs, it's enough to hold a pencil. So they're not super squished in. There's just a little space here. That's your first position. It should be right in front of your tummy. You're going to open your arms to second position next. And this should look like an umbrella. Totally, like lack for better explanation. So your shoulders are down, your elbow is up, and your hands are lower than your elbow. And I'm going to quickly help everybody. You guys look really good. A nice thing to focus for you is think about lengthening your fingers, but keep your elbow curved. This is a really hard position to master, but I got you. Gorgeous. Oh, looks lovely. Yeah, same thing here. You're going to think about lengthening your fingers out a little bit because it makes you look longer. Beautiful. And then elbow up, but hand down. I know this is like literally the hardest position. Yes. Good job. You've got it. And this looks really beautiful too. Needs to bring your elbows up a little bit higher. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, I just stand like this for 20 minutes in grade 3 ballet. I will not make you. Bring them down. Awesome. We're going to do one more shape. So this is your first. You're going to bring it up above your head. This is called fifth position. And when you look at yourself, this is what's going to happen to everybody. So you got to really think about pushing your shoulders down. Your hands should be a little bit forward instead of up here, just because it feels nicer. Yes. And while you're here, you're going to be an explosion of energy that goes, you open to second and you float them down. That is so good. Afterwards, we'll do our little curtsy thing, but that's easy. You don't have to memorize any of that. I will just guide you through. What is a song that's slow? Here's one. So we go through first position, thumbs in, open umbrella, softly, as you float down. Gizmo knows we're almost done. And first, bring them up, press your shoulders down, then explode. Oh, that's so beautiful. So let's bring our hands here. Place this foot here. I'm going to try not to step on him. Place. Curtsy. Other side. Curtsy. Good job, everyone. That was so much fun. And stretch. If you got any questions, I am always here to help. Thank you so much for dancing with us at home today. We hope to see you soon. If not, have a wonderful holiday season. Get lots of rest. Have all the fun. Bye, you. Ciao, beautiful.